Hello everyone, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at the SPY, the IWM, and the SINA trade that we took. And everything based on technical analysis. That's how we trade here at StockBookie.com. And we just find reasons on the charts to take a trade. Whatever, we try to line up time frames, intraday and on swings. But everything is based on the charts. Like I said in my last video, if you take the SPY out of here and had nothing in here and I was just looking at it, it doesn't matter to me. I'm looking at the chart. I could care less what stock it is. I trade anything that has 1,000,000 shares plus. I want liquidity, so I want to be able to get in, get out. I don't want to be sitting there going, waiting. All right, someone buy a share so I could sell a share. No, I want liquidity, in and out. That's why I trade the SPY a lot, the IWM. But like I said, any chart, if it's showing me a setup, I'm going to take the trade. So on the SPY, again, we've been going over this video. Sell, sell, sell. This one pushed it up, then grease, and then sell, sell. I think this was grease. Oh, we're close, we're close. And then next day, boom, boom, boom. This day here, gaps up here, comes out, tries to come back. That's probably a retrace level. Looks like about a 0.50 or so. Pulls back, boom. Comes into this little bar resistance, or it's going to try. Never really made it there. Couple tails, up, down. Someone wanted out at the end of the day. And that's institutional money. That's not your average average day trader that has a $30,000 account, believe me. So I took IWM out of the gate pretty much at the high of the day. The 200 MA again. Here's my stop out. If it gets above that area, gap fill, and up in here, then I got to get out. So whatever you're willing to risk, I risked 1,000 shares. That was it. So 123,049 or whatever. I bought it shorted at 123.49. That's where I went short. I took half off right here at 123.26, and the rest off down in here at 122.82. You had a little pivot there. You kind of have a little pivot in here too, and it's like, you know what? That I will take every day of the week. So made a good chunk of change on there. Only 1,000 shares, but making money. So unfortunately, I didn't trade all day. I had a lot of stuff going on today. But at the end of the day, I traded SINA. Again, I didn't load the boat. But here, let me clear these lines here, clear. And let me show you why. You know, I look at charts. Like I said, I don't care. So when I'm sifting through them, here's what I do. This is SINA, but I'm going to show you. So when I'm looking at charts, I go here, next one, here, next one, here. And I'm looking for patterns that we trade off of all the time. And doing this over the years, you start noticing stuff and how these patterns play out. And that's what technical analysis is. But once you line everything up and put the puzzle together to take a trade, especially swing trades, when you line everything up, that's why I like the FXI. I was waiting for it. Yeah, it bounced today, but on what news? That they halted every stock and told everyone they can't trade and you can't short anymore, and these guys were going to hold all your money, you can't sell, and I don't even know what else. It's funny because my mom watches this stuff, so she calls me with all this news crap, and I have to calm her down and say, listen to where all this news is coming from. It's coming from our leaders who lie to us all the time. So block out the news. But I shouldn't say that. It's nice to see kind of because like the grease stuff, you kind of want to know. So if you're in a trade, like we're scalping, you want to follow it a little bit. But we're in and out so fast, it doesn't really even matter. But all right, let's go back to SINA. I want to show the chart on the intraday. I posted something right on here on StockTwits. Unfortunately, it's right around noon. And a lot of times the markets tend to float. But if we would have taken this trade, we would have waited to possibly get up here as close as you can to the high, then short it. Why? Unfortunately it went, but I wasn't going to take it because of the time of day. Just tough short. It worked out though. It worked out great. But what we did here you go. You go down. Now you're going sideways. So here we go. So this thing, I wanted to get into the 20 MA. That's what I'm looking for this pattern to play out. Not the best pattern, but it was up, 15% or whatever. Markets are selling and this one's just holding. So then this is another bearish pattern right here going into the 200 MA or the 20 MA. So you have a macro bull or a macro bear and another macro bear pattern. This is intraday, 10 minutes. Pops up above here. We short at 48.36 and we covered at the end of the day right at 47.82, right pretty much at the close. Yeah, when it dipped like to 77, 76 and we just hit the trigger and said, "Thank you." But that was a great trade. 1,000 shares, nothing crazy. If it popped, then it gets right up in here, then we're out. Made some money on the IWM, so I can afford to take a little bit of a risk, but that sold. And check this out. So I'm watching the SPY too, and the IWM and all those good things. There goes the SPY starting to dump, and then the IWM, same thing, starting to dump. The SPY really did a nice job though today. At the end, they all did. The Qs, the DIA, IWM. I'm watching all that stuff. You have to when you're trading like this. So anyways, I'm going to keep it short today. That was a couple trades that we did. You know what? One more thing. Hold on. Let's go SPY daily. Interesting. I thought for sure they'd closer right on the 200 MA. Still, I'm waiting to see something on this chart that's going to tell me whether to go long or short. And that's the bottom line. I'm waiting for a pattern. Like I said, if it gets up here, excuse me, you can short again. Use the high of this tail as a stop out with confirmation. If not, we go down and you'll just have to wait for the bounce. And believe me, when this thing gets down into this area, we're going to reevaluate. It might go down and fill these gaps, but we're going to be a bull for a little while too. And a little while for us is maybe, hopefully, 4 to 5 days at the most, maybe 1 or 2. But if we could get 4 or 5 and we get a bounce here and it goes up back into this area, because the 200 is going to be curling down. These guys are curling down already. Man, we're going to bounce it. We're going to short it. We're going to bounce it. We're going to short it all the way down. And then we're going to go long and then short it long when it goes up again. So we're going to try to pick off every pivot and make money. That's what we do here, just like intraday. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching the videos. Hopefully you learned something today. And again, this is stockbookie.com, technical analysis. We look at the charts, nothing else. Everyone have a great evening. God bless. See you on the charts.